Hey guys, I'm back and I finished my last screencast with the installation of Jetpack on a brand new WordPress account where we are learning how to start a WordPress site up from scratch. The great thing about this video is that this video you can also use just to learn more about Jetpack in general. And we are going to talk about all the ways that you use Jetpack or should be and can be using Jetpack. For instance, we are going to look at setting up sharing for our social media. And if you're just coming in on the second half of this, just a really quick little lesson. If you need to get Jetpack, you need to go to Plugins, Add New, and plugins. The Jetpack plugin will be listed right here. So all you'll have to do is click Install Now. And once it's installed, it will ask you to connect to WordPress.com. You will follow the directions to connect to WordPress.com, and you will be at the screen that we were just at. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go to Jetpack, and then we're going to go to Settings. And in Jetpack Settings, we're just kind of going to go through everything briefly. Beautiful Math is, you know, if you were a scientist or a mathematician, you might be interested in that. Carousel is a way to use your photos in a photo gallery type carousel. You might like that. I think it's something you can look more into, and I could do more in-depth Jetpack later, but the things we're going to go through right now is the things that we think are the most important. So comments, right now, comments are not activated. You want to activate comments, and then people will be able to comment on your posts. The next thing that's in here is contact form. That's automatically activated. That's great. I will show you in one of the videos how to create a contact form. Custom CSS. You probably won't be using this if you are just beginning, but it is something that if you have somebody help you or you want to learn a little bit about designing, you might be able to use. Custom content types, another thing you won't be using right away. Let's look here. You're not going to be using that either. So let's go down to some of the things that you might use. So all your themes at this point should be mobile, so don't activate that because you shouldn't need it. You should not be using a theme that is not mobilely responsive. And we are just going to make sure that all these different things, so publicize, important because this is how your posts are going to get pushed out there to social media. Related posts, we're going to activate. We'll again look at this later, but it'll be how you can share content with your readers that is similar to the content that they're interested in. Then site icon, we're going to not have to worry about activating that because it is now built in. A site icon is that little image that shows up in your browser tab that is specific to your site. Don't blow that off. It's a great thing that makes your site different from other people's sites and makes it look like you actually took care. Site stats is activated, spelling and grammar, subscriptions. We're not going to worry about tiled galleries and video press yet. So right now, everything important that you need is activated. The first thing that you want to set up with Jetpack is going to be your sharing. So you are going to scroll to Settings, Sharing. You're going to click on Sharing. Now the two things that you need to set up in sharing are going to be Publicize. Publicize is what connects your Facebook and Twitter and any of the other things that you have to your site so that when you post, it will automatically post to one of these places or all of them, whatever you choose. So quickly, all you have to do is click Connect, and it will connect to all of your accounts if you're logged in. If you're not logged in, it'll ask you to log in. But if you are logged in, it's just going to say you've successfully connected your Facebook account with Jetpack. Make this connection available to all users of this blog. If you're going to have multiple users on your site, if you're going to have multiple authors, then click yes. And if you're not, then it doesn't matter and you can leave it unchecked. And we're going to check, we're going to say okay. And then we can connect. That's interesting. Facebook's going to just keep trying to connect me here. That is, okay, this is what we were looking for to pop up. I have a personal Facebook profile, and then I also have Facebook pages. And what I want to do right now is to tell WordPress which site or page I would like it to publish to automatically when I publish to my WordPress blog. And I would like it to go to my Facebook page. If you have questions about whether or not you should have a Facebook page or a personal profile, I would urge you now, if you think that this is what you're going to do and you're going to really write and you're going to make this happen, that you should create a Facebook page. That way you can engage with all your readers and you don't have to do it in your private platform. So I'm going to say okay to that. I also did connect my Twitter, so it's actually asking me both. I'm going to say okay and say okay to the Facebook. And now we're going to look at sharing services. Okay, so this was when you write a post, you have now, I've connected Facebook and Twitter. I could also connect my LinkedIn, my Tumblr. I don't have Path and Google+. All of those things, you just click connect and it will either ask you to sign in, or if you're already signed in because you've been working on your site somehow, it will actually connect for you. These are for when you write a post, it will automatically post to your social profiles. These are for when someone is reading your post and they would like to share it on social media. So you drag in the services you want. I prefer to do them the order that I think most people look at them in. So I always kind of do Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google+, LinkedIn. Now here's where it gets a little personal preferences. I think Reddit is a great place. I see a lot of sharing. You share one thing and all of a sudden somebody will get like 80, 200 hits for one post. And I also like for people to be able to email. You might choose Tumblr or Pocket. Print I think is kind of done, but anyway. This is what it looks like if you just leave it so. But I tend to like either the icon only, which looks like this, which I think is very nice looking, or some people like the official buttons, which will show how many shares you've had. So I'm still more of a fan of the icon only, and that's what I'm going to have. It's going to say, what would you like it to say? It says share this naturally. I think that's great, but if you want to be witty and you want to change what it says, then you change that right here. Now you want to say show buttons on. I think it's best to only show buttons on posts and pages. If you have them on your front page and archive pages and search results and all of that, it gets a little bit confusing. So I always just say posts and pages. Now Twitter site tag. This is where you put in your Twitter tag. Please do not forget to do this because this will automatically add your Twitter at the end of every post that somebody tweets. So you will be notified. People will know where it came from. People can follow you. So for every reason, you need to add this to your tweets. Make sure that your Twitter is in there. And then, once again, we save changes. Now, whenever we go to post, it will automatically post to Facebook or Twitter, and someone will be able to share everything that we do. The next thing I want to do is show you how to do a site icon using Jetpack. Now I use PicMonkey for everything, and site icons for Jetpack are a little bit interesting. You need to have a very specific size, and it's not what you would normally use for a favicon, which is what most people use for site icons. What you need for a site icon in Jetpack is an image that is 512 by 512 pixels. That's kind of specific. So if you go into PicMonkey, you can choose your own size by clicking on Design and going to Custom. And you can enter 512 by 512. Now I'm going to say make it. You can make yourself your image whatever you want it to be. And I am just going to, for sake of having the big thing go quickly, I'm going to say I'm just going to have a big M, because I am WordPress Marvel, right? So I'm going to make that M as big as I can make it, and that needs to be even bigger than that. And we'll just say this is fine for now. Obviously, it's not perfect, but it will do. It will serve its purpose. So we're going to save this, and I'm going to save it as WordPress Marvel site icon. Okay, just double checking, it's 512 by 512, saving to my computer. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my site. Here's where we're going to go to upload our site icon. We're going to go to Appearance, and then we're going to go to Customize. Right now, the great thing about WordPress is you can customize the way your site looks live, and some of the things you actually have to do live. So the site icon is part of site identity. So right here, see it says site icon. This is also where your site title is and your tagline. If you feel like you need to change it, it's a fast way to change it. See how it says display header text? Do you remember when I said that you don't always have to show the name? Now the header text is gone where it said WordPress Marvel and WordPress Help Tutorial right here. So even if you don't display it though, the site still reads it. Google will still read it when they crawl your site. So don't be fooled by thinking it doesn't matter what it says, just if you're not showing it. It does matter. So we're going to upload a site icon. It says select image. Now I can just drop it there, but I need to look for it because of the way that I saved it. There's my item, open. It's going to upload it. I'm going to say select. And now this is my site icon, a big M, and I'm going to say save and publish. And then when we look at our tab later, you'll see that the big M is up here. I see that. Let's see if I can slide that down. There. See right here? Big M, just for us. Okay, awesome. So that's done. So now you have your site identity done. That's about all we can cover right now on Jetpack, because the rest of the Jetpack things that we need to learn about as we create a new post. So I am going to pause here and we will start our next video with adding new posts and also how to use the different features of Jetpack to share and to publicize and also to